Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are picking up back without a ton planned after dealing with the House of Grief and Shadowheart's storyline. But notice that on the map there's a chunk here we have not really taken the time to explore. That's near the water and therefore potentially near Thrumbo, wherever he's hiding. So I guess we have been here in Baron's Coop. Since we've looted the mailbox, probably. Hag research notes, have we not? Or is this where the hag people originally were? Yeah, okay. This was the house that the hag people were originally staying in before they were kicked out. Gotcha. What else do we have in this general area?
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed.
On the half-orc's finger, you notice an unusual ring. Heavy and with a strange symbol carved on its surface.
Scuttle away, lizard, before I cut off your tail.
Just want a quick look around. Where's the harm? Look close to the ring and try to recall the symbol's meaning or attack. We will attempt this history check. We've got a +7. I'll take some guidance. Our chances are pretty decent. I think that's enough.
You recall seeing this symbol on crates marked for Nine Fingers Keene, leader of the guild. The thug works for her.
Oi! Stop staring. Start walking. Last chance.
Is this a way to get us in contact with Nine Fingers? Hate to cut short conversation with such a handsome fellow, but I have urgent business with Nine Fingers. I'm here to see Nine Fingers. Get in my way and you'll lose more than your ring finger. Shall I tell Nine Fingers you refuse to let me pass? She'll be very unhappy. Or detect thoughts. We'll go with just the persuasion option. Shall I tell Nine Fingers you refuse to let me pass? She'll be very unhappy. Guaranteed success unless we roll a nat 1, and we did not. 29. Perfect.
You're here to see Nine Fingers? She didn't tell me. Always don't let anyone through, Tuscron. Never here's a list of special guests. Confusing. Come, I'll take you to the guild hall. Nine Fingers is inside.
Well, nice. We were wanting to go see Nine Fingers.
Before I change my mind.
You're supposed to be looking out for us, not the bloody skies.
Yeah, so you guys are just random members of the guild. Bunch of burned bodies that have names. Ugh. Most games would just have them be just burned bodies, not give them names. Wow. There is a note here I want to read. Am I allowed? Yes. Hopefully you don't get upset with me walking past. Miss Caldwell, I glean from your rather imaginative written note that you wish to make contact with a former business partner. You're quite right in assuming that the circumstances of her death might make this rather challenging. Decapitation has a habit of making such conversations rather one-sided, but I assure you, my spirits and I will have no great difficulty overcoming such an obstacle. Given your affiliations, I would be delighted to offer a discount of, say, 10%, in the hope that the guild might see the value of such collaborations in future. I will be expecting you at my mansion near the seafront, and of course, my discretion is assured. Yours in spirit, Mystic Carrion. P.S. I'm sure one of your ilk will be familiar with the security measures I am required to take. Secretum Mortem will grant you passage. Let's head on down.
Well, the fabled haunt of Nine Fingers Keene.
Never visited before. I thought you got around.
I always steered clear. If guild members started disappearing, people would start asking questions. And Cazador hated questions.
Understandable.
Understandable. When the answer is invariably the silver-haired one ate them.
Yeah.
The Guildhall has one rule. All crime stays in the city streets, where it belongs. Break this rule, and you die.
Alright, ladder, or I guess net heading down. Or we can head up. Let's go up. Talk to some of these random people just to see if there's anything interesting.
Foss? Saint Foss?
I don't know Foss, no. Hey, there's Mull. We were just talking about you. Are you okay?
Wow, look who it is. Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketheric's coffers. Ready to do some business?
Good to see you again. What are you up to this time? Is this a guild business you're running here? How'd you escape Moonrise? I mean, she was stolen from Moonrise. So I guess the question would be... No, she was stolen from the tower, or from the inn. So yeah, how did you escape Moonrise? Because presumably that's where she was taken.
I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play.
Good to see you again. What are you up to this time?
Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time.
Is this guild business you're running here?
Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
Okay. Well, good to see you're alright. We have found Mull. So Sticky.
This is supposed to be the greatest fest hall under the city. So where's all the bloody fun?
I assume the fun is for whoever is at the top, not just random nobodies.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
Where did you get the items you sell? You don't ask that in a thieves guild. Maybe a bit of both. I mean, I guess I'll ask. Because just looking at his goods doesn't really interest me that much. Where do you get the items you sell?
Let's just say the previous owners no longer have a use for them. Got me?
You are not very discreet about what you're doing.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
Alright, let's see what you've got. Anything I care about? Probably not. Bunch of random elixirs. I will take all of these because we are running a touch low. While hiding the number you need to roll a critical hit with an attacking is reduced by 1. Could be nice for Astarion. Maybe. In general, I don't think any of that matters.
Sometimes stuff we sell comes back around to us again. So watch yourself. Got me?
So who is Fetcher, who is not themselves at the moment?
Your own. Better prices here than topside.
Okay, bunch of random people. I'm guessing you guys aren't important.
Uktar you want. An old silver smile there.
Alright, talk to Uktar.
You are not known to me. For supplies, seek the bugbear. To trade trinkets, the Fetcher's brats. I am Uktar, duly elected guild bursar, and I will not have my time wasted.
History, Uktar. Ponder where you know the name from. Sure. Okay. Looks like we will succeed. Where do we know the name Uktar from?
Urkta, 11th month of the year, more commonly known as the Rotting, a time in which all things decay and die.
You're named after the Rotting. Something to do with the mask?
A gift from Nine Fingers. She has a penchant for literal names, and her cronies ensured it stuck.
I sense there's no love lost between you and the Guildmaster. It's pretty funny. No.
How interesting. Now, do we have business or no?
You've already said the answer to that is no. Do you always take yourself so seriously, Uktar?
It is guild business I take seriously, as you ought to. That business is finance. Specifically, the acquisition of vault keys. The wealthy squirrel their riches away in the city's counting house, where it gathers dust, serving no one. I acquire keys and allow these funds to circulate, like lifeblood in a healthy body. Everyone benefits, particularly those who bring me such keys.
I have keys.
Are you wasting my time, or do you seek to benefit? Have you made an acquisition?
I have several keys. Unfortunately, for you, the vaults in question are empty, because as stated, I have keys. Here's Lorokin's key.
The Great Wizard. I will be interested to see what manner of curiosities he deems worth locking away.
Here's Viconia's key.
Devere. Now, what would a servant of Lady Loss be so keen on keeping safe?
I've given you everything I have.
Then our business is done, for now.
For Lorokin's key, we get 311 gold. And for Viconia's key, we get 338 gold. You will be slightly disappointed by what you find in there, but that is your problem and not mine. Anyone of interest up here? Hard to say. I guess that's part of the problem. I don't know who is important, who's not. Like, where would Nine Fingers be? Because that's obviously going to be the more important location, where all the most important people are, and where I should probably not head straight to. I could see her down at the bottom, but I could also see her up at the top. Probably up here in these rooms.
You did not see me. A peer of the Parliament openly walking the Guildhall would sell a few copies of Baldur's Mouth, I expect.
No distractions, mate. Nine Fingers has me watching over Peer Priss here. Wants her friends in Parliament close, with this new Duke making moves.
Makes sense.
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it yourself.
Bare hands.
You guys are just stating random weird things. I don't understand why or what about.
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody army coming.
Yeah, I think the protection is from either the guild themselves or from other thief entities, not whole armies of cultists.
Careful around the Steel Watch. The old guard gave thieves a slap on the wrist, but those bolted bastards will rip off the whole damn arm.
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer?
What do you have then? Drink? Any gossip you share? Chances are no. A Thieves Guild bartender sharing gossip with a random stranger is probably not gonna last long.
Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, what can I get you?
What do you have then?
Beverages of distinction, or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
Sure, let's see the liquor list. Alright, just random liquors. Drunken Cloth. While drunk, you have advantage on Constitution saving throws, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your Constitution modifier at the start of your turn. Odd. Well, thanks for your time. Anything else of interest around here? No entry, no exit. Yeah, my guess is the things of importance are going to be through these doors. This one I'm allowed to go through. Alright.
What, Lady AQ still playing that game? I don't have one ready.
I don't know what any of you are talking about. This is Nine Fingers. Alright.
Knife. A hot one, I think.
And this is the door that I'm not allowed to go through, even though you can just walk around to get to the other side. Seems like a very strange door to lock and keep watched. Inroads by arms dealer Gortash. Nine Fingers. Here follows a report on the inroads upstart smuggler. Yeah, we read that one ages ago. Not ages ago. I think when we fought the Stone Lords people with the fight between the guild and the Stone Lords by the boat. I think that's where that was. Guild dossier on a group of unidentified travelers arriving in Baldur's Gate from the Risen Road. Wonder if that's talking about us. Could be. A scented letter on the ornate stationery of Baldur's Gate's premier bank, the Counting House. Guildmaster, we are delighted to inform you that we have just taken delivery of a special deposit box, constructed and charmed exactly to your specifications. We eagerly await the arrival of the promised goods into our vault and the fulfillment of your order. In highest esteem, Rakath Glitterbeard, Fellowship of Financiers. A hasty note slashes across the bottom of the page in a different hand, marked for return delivery. Shite code, Glitterbeard. Don't bother. When we kill the Stone Lord, I want the whole damn city to know who did it.
The Stone Lord plans to rob the Counting House, and Nine Fingers means to trap him there.
Yeah, we've already figured that one out, man. Guild dossier on Lady Durenbold, one of the Baldur's Gate's most prominent patriarchs. Guild dossier on a suspicious dockworker named Ampol. Hoots Hooligan, the barmaid of Sharessa's Caress. And Gauntlet Edwina of the Flaming Fist. Alright, that looks like everything I can look at without getting yelled at. Ooh. Except for File Under Diabolist. Just gonna pick up this note off of your desk and read it in front of you. Kingpins, take note of the Diabolist, Hellsick at the Devil's Fee, a person valuable to know if you need information on infernal matters. For example, when blackmailing a target with a fear of devils and the Diabolic. The rumor is that this Diabolist has even opened a transplanar portal to the Hells for Gortash back in his organized crime days. Useful knowledge if you want to terrorize someone by threatening to send them to Avernus. Nothing else around? Bunch of empty pouches. Make yourself look like you're hoarding gold, but you're not actually. Moonshay Zinfandel's collection. It seems to all be empty. Or rags.
We meet at last. Your exploits are causing quite a stir. I thought you'd come to Baldur's Gate to finish the job you started at Moonrise. So tell me, why would you kill Ketherick and chase his co-conspirators to the city, only to turn on us at the last moment? Why let Minsk get away?
I didn't turn on you. I didn't turn on anyone, but Minsk is not the enemy. I'm here to stop the Absolute. I won't be questioned by you. Wait, how do you know who I am? I'm not surprised that the leader of the guild has been keeping tabs on our group. We stand out. I didn't turn on anyone, but Minsk is not the enemy.
The Stone Lord, Minsk, is the Absolute's enforcer-in-chief. Every piece of territory he takes from me goes to the cult.
You are apparently the city's best chance of sending the absolute packing. So yeah, I need you alive. But know that I do not need or like anyone so much that I will let them cross me twice.
I haven't crossed you.
Handle Minsk? Then handle him before I do.
Feels like the game thinks that we talked to her before we went to the bank, and we didn't.
Come to derail any other guild operations? Spit in my eye, perhaps? Or do you just need something?
Wanted to get more information. What can I do to help you? Why do I need the guild? I've been doing well enough without you so far. True. Information. Ran to some of your thugs, the Rivington Rats. I do not remember this, but it probably is true. Unless that was the thugs that I was just talking about that were fighting the Stone Lord out on the beach. I'm gonna say it. I ran into some of your thugs, the Rivington Rats.
Oh. Did you enjoy the encounter?
They got a payday out of me. I don't think they enjoyed it. I killed them all. They seem like upstanding citizens. I wish I remembered this encounter to know what happened. Whatever it was, they probably didn't enjoy it.
I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
I need information. Before I ask what I can do to help, let's see what you have to offer me.
Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab.
How is it you know so much about the cult of the Absolute and its leaders? Who is this Stone Lord that has your guild running scared? Yeah, if we could learn more about Minsk, that would probably help us. How's your fight against the Absolute going? Notice your mercenaries in your hall. Since when does the guild work with Zentarim? Or just, I'd like to know more about the guild. How is it you know so much about the cult of the Absolute and its leaders?
Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem.
There's more to it than just the dead three.
Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet.
Do we tell her? That seems like a dangerous thing to let her know. But ultimately, she is against the Absolute. And the guild, if we have them on our side, with that quest of getting people to aid us in the fight against the Absolute, getting her on our side is sure to be helpful. But there is always the fear that she might send someone to try and steal the Astral Prism from us. And that would be bad. Oh, this is probably a terrible idea, telling her everything. But I'm hoping that it will long-term help more than potential harm.
Huh. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying.
Annoying, that's it. Because ultimately, if she knows about the Elder Brain, the fact that everyone's been tadpoled, etc., she can hopefully plan for that better. That's my thought process. Annoying, that's it. So what do you plan to do now that you know? Don't overreact. I'm in control of myself, I swear it. Annoying, that's it.
Don't pout. For a brief second, I did weigh the odds on killing you. But if there's a tainted elder brain slopping around below my city, I think we need one another more than ever.
Yes.
So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything?
I was hoping to learn... That's all? Because there was I need information, that question... Or that question. We asked one thing, now it's moved on. Like, can I really not ask anything more? Because now it's gone. What can I do to help you?
You have done plenty. Do any more, and the guild might have to take a special interest in you. Understood?
Okay. So we foiled whatever plan they had going on with Minsk because we weren't aware of it. And she's now upset. But still wants us to work to stop the Absolute. Interesting that she's saying we've done plenty. She's not going to ask us to do anything more. But she also doesn't consider us an enemy and wants us to be a free agent moving around because she knows we're needed. Until we turn into a mind flayer, and then we're an enemy. So, yeah. That statement of we've done plenty, she's not going to ask us to do any more, but also she needs our help. Seems kind of at odds with each other. Why do I need the guild? I've been doing well enough without you so far.
You have. But don't be so quick to bat away a helping hand. You'll find few enough of them in this city.
Yeah, but you're not helping.
Can be bought. The Harpers are scattered, and the Parliament of Peers, well, they're just generally too inbred to be useful. The Absolute's at our gate, and the Guild are the only ones truly standing against it.
Can I ask you more questions now?
Come to derail any other Guild operations? Spit in my eye, perhaps? Or do you just need something?
I need information.
Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab.
So I can ask you multiple things. I just have to leave the conversation every time? That's a bit weird. Who is this Stone Lord that has your guild running scared? Obviously we know it's Minsk, but I'm wondering what she knows about him.
The leader of some new crew that's intent on paining my arse. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. Leave no survivors to pass on a message. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting. Doesn't matter. Whatever god the prick prays to, I'll send him to meet it soon enough.
How's your fight against the Absolute going?
Which part? The Stone Lords hollowed this place out. Half my crews have fled or in hiding. Orin's faceless try to pierce my ranks every day, while Gortash's toy soldiers control the streets. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them.
I noticed the mercenaries in your hall. Since when does the guild work with the Zentarim?
We don't. The Zentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back.
I'd like to know more about the guild.
Thieves, frauds, and miscreants. If it's just the watch warrants you're reading. The guild isn't any one thing. We're everything. All the parts of the city the watch don't want seen, so they push us to the far side of their law. But it's not the watch that keeps the peace, or gives justice to any Baldurian who asks, whether they can pay for it or not. It's us. If we take a little tribute in return, or tie strings of service to those we help, well, what of it? So long as we're working as one, it all runs quick, quiet, and clean.
It's a very utopian way of saying you're a gang of petty thugs. I trust the guild over the City Watch and the Flaming Fist any day. And what is it the guild wants? I don't think I'd trust them over the City Watch and the Flaming Fist, but I don't fully trust... I don't trust the Flaming Fist, particularly not while they're following Gortash's lead. But thinking that the guild is somehow better? Not sure about that. What is it the guild wants?
Clean water, filthy riches, and everything in between. We're citizens of the city. No more, no less. Right now, I'll settle for taking our city back.
It's a fair statement. They live in the city. They want the city to prosper. If they want to extort the citizens, they need the citizens to be rich and profitable. So, in some ways, they are pushing for that utopia, so long as the utopia includes them extorting citizens. I'm going to ask again what I can do to help, but I'm sure the answer is still the same as the last time of we've done plenty. Yeah.
Have done plenty. Do any more, and the guild might have to take a special interest in you. Understood?
Disappointed that there isn't anything else I can do. Because while I'm not necessarily wanting to be on best friend terms with the guild, seems like they are working towards a similar goal, and we should have means of working together. Let's see what else is in here.
I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't do requests. But toss me a few coppers, and I'll shoot you a saucy wink across the bar.
I'm enjoying your current repertoire. Rather keep my money. Handsome coins or a bard of my homeland. Do you know any songs of a beer? Right after she said she doesn't do requests.
Of course I do. But I find a Baldurian audience prefers Baldurian songs. So if you'd be so kind, step aside to make room for the coins to fall.
Alright.
You won't find much fun here today. Guildmasters batten down the hatches till the Stone Lord problem's dealt with.
Be on our best behaviour. Everyone playing knife. Get used to us. I hear Nine Fingers' hunt is not going well. She needs us now more than ever.
How does the guild feel about you pressing in on their territory?
Missed the welcome parade, did you? Hugging, tears. It was just lovely. True, we've been better liked in towns we bloody conquered, but it's hard to blame Nine Fingers. On top, undisputed for years. Then you have to call the likes of us in to protect you from some shithead calling himself Stone Lord. I'd be embarrassed too.
Yeah. So I'm curious where the person that Mole referred to as the one they work for. Where is he at? His name was like Fetch or something. Another one of these suspended blocks that we could shoot. Like from the very start of the game. Yeah. Don't know if there's anyone else of importance around. Doesn't look like it.
Don't bug me. I'm making plans. Big plans, see?
Sure. Anyone else gonna pass that check? Something over here. I don't know what we just saw. Oh, maybe I just saw it if the camera will work with me. There it is. Tarnished ring. Yeah. Nothing really around here to see.
Maybe that's why this Stone Lord is pushing so hard. He wants Keene's underroads all to himself.
Go on. Technically, I'm supposed to be on watch.
If you're supposed to be on watch, you should probably be on watch. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we missed in here. Oh, never mind. There's a path over this way. Out of Nine Fingers' office? Really? Secret doorway? Well then. Let's make our way over there. I'm not about to just walk away from a secret passage that we missed. Unless, you know, of course, we're stopped from going there. Here. What's behind this? Okay. Did we read this one? Notes from Himberlew, a street beggar employed by the guild as a spy on activity at the Devil's Fees Antiquities shop. The report concludes with the following. Though the majority of my report concerns the visits of a well-known patriarch's... Okay, it's talking about Helsik. Don't think I've read this one, though. Well-known patriarchs to Helsik's establishments, aristocrats who might be blackmailed to keep such vile visits secret. There was another visitation that I feel should not be overlooked. The arms dealer Gortash, along with the known Ballist leader, met yesterday with Helsik for a considerable period. Upon leaving the shop, I overheard Gortash to remark, "What did I tell you? If Helsik can get us into the House of Hope, she can get us into Mephistar too." Yeah, there is a secret area back here. I'm guessing interacting with it is going to turn out poorly. Starion,
touch me.
How would you feel about going back here and attempting to hide?
What fun.
I'm guessing this is going to turn out really poorly for us. Wow, this is an extremely easy lock. Interesting.
Step carefully.
Feel free to close that behind you so that you're not spotted. Thank you. What do we have around here? A key.
A little souvenir.
Ooh, safe. This is how you get killed by the Thieves Guild. Going into their secret location and robbing their secret safe. Yeah. 30. Okay, we have guidance though. You gotta roll better, man. Try again. Still not good enough. There we go. What do they have in their safe? Nothing terribly valuable there. Nothing of interest there. A new door elsewhere. Cool little artworks. Yeah. The safe itself isn't valuable. What's through the double doors? DC 25, we lost guidance, which means this is going to be harder than the one we just went through. Never mind, I was counting the guidance as a +4, but it's a plus 1d4. No, this was significantly easier. Good, good. Okay, opening this door closes the safe door. Sure. Wow, this is very intricate. Let's take all of that. Butterfly on a skull. Oil lamp. Random clothes. Bronze goblet, silver plate, mirror. Yeah, nothing terribly interesting. I would have thought this would be where they were keeping all of their valuables. Now, what does pushing the button do? I'm going to toss down another save. Just because I do not trust it. Click. There aren't any other buttons, unless there's a button behind this. I could believe that, since it seems sort of out of place. There was a movable spot, briefly. Come on. Is it that Astarion himself is in the way? Could be. No. Can you just... No, you can't grab it either. You need to move it. Oh, never mind. No button, though. What was that button for? Because there aren't any other things to move that would have a button hiding behind them. Maybe some of the candles are secretly switches? Random button. What are you for? I don't know. I am seeing that there's some, like, odd stuff over here. It looks like... It feels like there's a connection somewhere. Oh. This also looks like this should go somewhere. Okay. No, maybe that's the call. Is this all just a fake vault? To get down there. Maybe the button was necessary to get that lever to work? I don't know. Oh, we've made it to the sewers, which is where we're supposed to avoid for fear of Halsin being murdered. But this is a separate entrance to the sewers. That's good to know. Strange levers. Okay. Let's get out of here before Orin notices us. Okay, so yeah, this stuff over here that looked like we could get to doesn't seem like it's connected to any of this, these weird squares that stand out, but no. This path is connected here to the sewers. And this... There's a secret passageway out of Nine Fingers' office here that connects over to a bunch of stuff here. Candlehollow's tombstone. Whatever this is. Alright. Well, let's get you out of here before you're caught. And we get in lots of trouble. Oh, never mind. Can you get down here? because I see a heavy chest. And I definitely want to loot it. Okay, now we get out of here. That was through here. You're still sneaking, yeah? Yes. Open this. Step through. Close. Stop sneaking. And rejoin the party. And nothing happened.
No one stopped me yet. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
So is it this door? No, this is the door that leads to the bar area. It's this door. No entry, no exit. That's connected to the tombstone place? Maybe? Yeah, not sure how that's all connected. But I don't want to go through there because we'll get in trouble with the guild for it. I think that was a good amount of progress of exploring what's going on here at the guild.
Here goes nothing.
Alright. I think we already explored all of this when we were down here at these docks. And we didn't spot any zombies or what's his face. We haven't been up through here yet. Assuming they let me. Check out the mailbox first. Counting house safe number 8 key. It's random to have just sitting here. It's not stealing, so we'll grab it. Night shift report. Last night went alright, I guess, but I had a bad feeling about it at the time, and I still do. There were some odd shadows lurking about. Never saw one in the light clear like, but what I did see, though, through the gloom, looked like it was changing shape. And no, I didn't drink nothing. Keep an eye out tonight. Bug Stillwater.
Here's one. Whose pocket would you rather pick? Druid's?
Okay, just a collapsed house.
Last time I emptied a druid's pocket.
No way to get anywhere, it seems. Let's see if we... Can we fly anywhere in the house? No. So none of this is actually traversable. Okay. With that in mind, that didn't help us with the Mystic Carrion's quest, but we were wanting to find where to get to Nine Fingers, and that was successful. So this is the other side of that quest we saw down there. So does this not actually go into the sewers and instead is just related to the Baldur Tribunal and somehow connects over here to the guild? Maybe? Unknown. But I think that's where we're going to end this episode. Next time, probably go up here and explore what we have in that area with the Diabolist. And at some point, we'd need to decide if we're going to do Astarion's quest next or Will's quest outside the city. Those are probably the next big things to work towards. Think on it before the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you then. Bye.